The patient was admitted with some respiratory distress. Through being in and out of the room throughout the day, you could tell that there was a lot of other things going on with the patient at home. She was very emotional, lots of crying, lots of anxiousness, and these little bits and pieces started to come together about other things that were going on. She had a lot of recent loss in her life, a lot of family members that had passed. Her mother was in the hospital as well, and the dog died. While all this was happening, they were waiting for her son to get back from another tour in Iraq. He was flying into Texas, and then actually he was just going to drive straight all the way here. She was very upset for her son to be coming home and for her not to be able to be there and give him a good welcome.
When patients come in, their lives go on. They're outside the hospital, lives go on, and so they come in and they might have different circumstances that we can help with, that will help them be able to concentrate on getting better.
I was able to call the concierge team. I had seen them in action before and said, hey, you know, we have this patient, they're not doing too well. Is there anything that we can put together for them? Or what kind of are my options to make her just have a special moment?
Well, after we were contacted by Jasmine, I went up to the patient's room, talked to the patient a little bit, got a couple of pictures that she just happened to have in her wallet of him in uniform, went back to Yvonne and said, you know, this is something that we really need to get done for this patient.
It's always a collaborative effort. Many times the clinical staff are the ones who identify the need. They need to stay with their patients, but then they know that they have a resource. We are the people that can go out and get the things that are needed for patients.
I was really kind of just aiming for anything, you know, like a welcome home card for the son, or just anything we could do to just kind of make it special. And it just kept blossoming into this gigantic celebration for her son.
Spoke to the patient, asked what the son's favorite meal was.
His favorite meal was barbecue ribs.
Being in Iraq, I'm sure he wasn't able to have barbecue.
They didn't have any in-house, so we went out and purchased the ribs and took them to dietary, and they made up a beautiful table. And they also made sure we did it within the restrictions of the patient's dietary needs.
We put the signs together, we went to the cafe, we made the dinner arrangements.
Throughout the whole day, we had different staff members trying to be sneaky, and in fact I was working with a wonderful LPN, Diana Schiefer, and I had to have her take the lady on a walk. We were testing her oxygen level, off oxygen, while she ambulated, so we could decorate the room.
It was really something that we felt like that we needed to do, to just do something special for this family. I walked in the room with the barbecue and everything on the tray and saw him. Mom cried, he cried. It was very emotional. I get emotional right now just thinking about it.
Channel 6, 59, 13, and Channel 8 were all out here, as well as the Indianapolis Star and the Journal. So it was really overwhelming for that patient, and she just couldn't believe the support she had.
He was just thrilled that we would, you know, go out of our way to do something like this for him and his mom.
For us to be able to do that for her was just really special. It's like you want to be able to do that to the patient, and you want to be able for them to feel like you care that much about them, and we do.
I even heard Mom on the phone the night before tell him they're treating us like royalty. There are big things like this that we can do for patients for a big celebration, but it's about the little things that each and every one of us throughout the network can do, whether it's to hold a door for a patient, to call a cab, or to just hold somebody's hand while they're waiting to go into surgery because they have no family.
How wonderful it is to have a job that you can do good things for people who are in need.
For her to be able to receive all of that, and the whole staff worked together, and the whole South team, the managers were involved, everybody from start to finish really worked hard with her. They just kept saying, you guys have gone above and beyond, and community's just wonderful, and so that made us feel good. It's like exactly what we want to hear.